If I open this, load, and I go to load this thing up, save, and I go to next, and somehow this is broken. That's what this is all about, the URL breakdown right here. There's nothing here. Or if I hit refresh vars and it gives me a bunch of errors and I say okay and I got to close and reopen or something, or I hit back and next again, and this vanishes on me, then I need to rebuild it. So your stuff is going to be in here. You just click and use the arrows to move stuff around. So watch. In my case, since I just pulled them out, they're all going to go right back in anyway. Boom, 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 boom. And I'm just going to reduplicate what was on that sheet. I just happen to have it memorized because you do this a few times and you'll get it memorized. Okay, it's really not hard, but now I have it. Okay, now this thing can process pages. If this is empty, that will not work. It cannot build URLs without a URL structure or a URL breakdown that defines the structure of the URLs. All right, there's that. Now, what comes next? If you're getting broken links, and a lot of you are, you'll create a run and you'll click some of these things at the top or whatever, or maybe some of these links in here, and literally it'll say no page found. Okay, what does that mean? That means that you did not make this at least 200, which you need to at least do. This should at least be 200, the file count. So just run it again. Hit next, hit process. Make sure it has 200 at least, not 50. Not when you're putting the pages up online. It needs to have at least 200. Now, aside from that, because it's high functioning, we produce pages huge, and 200 is nothing. And it's incredibly small. And this thing is built kind of like a race car, runs hot when it idles, you know, because it needs to go at least 100 miles an hour. Well, this thing needs to produce at least 200 pages. Just think of it that way when you want the website to work. And here's the other piece. If you have a really, really long menu column, that's what this is, the menu column, okay? And if this thing is long, if this has got like 100 items in there, 200 items in there, well, it needs to make at least 100 or 200 web pages to fill those in, at least. And we usually tell people double whatever you have here for the file count. So if you put 1,000 things in here, it just keeps going on and on, keywords all the way down, then you need to at least make this 2,000, at least, or it cannot create a page for every menu item, and it must. It has to create a page for all the menu items just to finish the one run. Okay, so just keep that in mind. But do not put 2,000 pages on my website. Okay, save this for your own websites. You can do it on your own website. 2,000 is fine. You can do 1,000 pages in each project folder times 5 project folders, and then start doing subdomains from there with 1,000 pages each. That's fine. That's okay. And you can launch a site with 10,000 web pages that way. Not just 10,000 web pages in one project folder. No, 1,000 per project folder max. Okay, and then create a new project folder to put a new 1,000 in, then a new project folder for a new 1,000. Just make sure that every time you do that, of course, you have to update it down here for the FTP so that the pages go where this thinks they are. Okay, all right. Having said all that, that's about broken links. Okay, what about broken image links on the page? To me, it's almost surprising when people actually ask me, hey, I don't see the image, what should I do? To me, that's like a weird question. You should be able to solve this on your own very, very easily. Here's what I mean. This is a broken image in the middle of my page. I thought I had one here, but it's not. And whether the box is big or small, my image is missing. And so the question is, what do I do? Well, the answer, right click on the broken area. And if you're in Internet Explorer, you would right click and hit properties at the very bottom to see what the path should be to the image. If you are on Firefox, it's a little bit different. You don't hit properties. There is no properties, or at least it's not for the same thing anyway. Close other tabs. All right, let me try this though. MOWG-samples. Is that what I was doing? Yeah, it was. Okay, here we go. You would right click and hit View Image Info. View Image Info. Okay, and it highlights that image, what it thinks that image is. So it thinks it's supposed to go to MOWG-samples.com. That is the website. And inside there, it's supposed to go into MOWG-V4-files folder. Well, first question we have, is there a MOWG-V4 files folder uploaded? Well, generally you would think, well, it looks like it because I see everything. Most of the imagery, the arrows are here, the page is dark background, the fonts and the styles are all in. Isn't that MOWG-V4-files? Yeah, except it's also MOWG-V3-files. And what if you mixed up your runs and forgot what you did? Right click, hit view page source or something. So you can make sure the page is looking for either MOWG-V4 files or MOWG-V3 files. And you'll see it all over the place. It'll pop up here and there. One or the other is going to be there. MOWG-V4-files. It doesn't mix them. It either says MOWG-V4 files all the way down the page or it says MOWG-V3 all the way down the page. I haven't created pages that mix these two together, so you'll never see them mixed. Okay, so we know MOWG-V4-files is correct. So this is reading MOWG-V4-files on its own website. It means I uploaded that MOWG-V4-files folder to the website. Okay, did I forget to put the image in there? Well, what was the name of it again? View image info or properties. And the name of it is MOWGcrew.png. And I'm thinking, I could have sworn I uploaded it, right? And you might think, well, I can upload it again. But then you go back and look, and let's say when you look, so it's V4. Maybe I did this with V4 alt, okay, which still has emoji V4 files. And you might find that you accidentally had a different name after all. The one you really gave it was like with a dash, okay? And you thought, oh, for crying out loud, that's right. What do I do now? All my pages are looking for MOWGcrew.png, but I uploaded MOWG-crew.png. That's like a whole different phone number because it has a new character in it. A space and a dash are not the same thing. Never put a space in a link, by the way. Never, ever, ever, ever. Don't have a space at the beginning. Don't have a space here. Don't have a space before the dash or after the dash. Don't have a space here. Don't have a space here. Don't have a space here. No, no, no spaces, nowhere, no how, never. There should be no room for a space of any kind. Okay, having said that, make sure it's all lowercase. Why? Because you're probably thinking lowercase when you're typing this stuff on your like var sheet. Maybe the name you gave to it was lowercase. For instance, maybe I said this, MOWGcrew.png, okay? And I wouldn't have typed MOWGcrew.capital.png unless that's the name of my image. Is that a different word? Yes, because Linux servers, where most hosting accounts go, not Windows servers, but Linux, cap sensitivity completely matters. It's for security. Okay, so a capital P and a lowercase p are like different numbers on a telephone. It's different as the number 3 is from the number 7. Okay, capital P, lowercase p, not the same. If this emoji crew with a capital C in the middle, right, that is no longer the same image. Okay, just make it all lowercase all the time and you'll never screw it up. Never have a space, only have a dash. Whoops. All right, fine, fine, fine. All right, there's that. So what do you do to fix the problem? Well, I just got done, or I want to. I'm going to rename this to what the pages say. I don't want to change all the pages. They're hard-coded. But I just want to make this image happen, make this image real. So now I just got to put it in there. So where does it go? Well, let me find my profile. Let me open it. Oh, it wasn't that one, but it was the test alt. Okay, test site alt MOWG-samples. I go to FTP, and I'm going to check the box to upload one file. Browse to it. What's it going to be? This one with the right name. That one. Where am I going to put it? MOWG-samples.com. No, not embedding systems. I don't want it to go into the project. I want it to go where? Into MOWG-V4-files. And again, do not use like a capital V or something. It should never be like that because this is not what we said. All right? We do not have this. This does not exist. Only this exists. Okay? I should have muted that. Hold on. Okay, just got off the phone. There we go. So now I'm going to put that file into this folder. right? So that the path will work, because it will be MOWG-samples.com/MOWG-V4-file slash, and then this thing will be in there. That's where I'm going to put it. All right, that's what I'm doing. I'm uploading this image into exactly this place, which is this folder here. So the image is in that folder. All right, let me upload. And so now that I'm uploading the image with the right name, the one that matches all those pages, now when I go to MOWG-samples.com, wherever I put it, and refresh the page or whatever, the image will show. By the way, guess what? None of the rest of the images, I wanted to show you something else and I almost forgot about it. So let me actually break that again real fast, because here's another one. This is the next troubleshooting thing that confuses people all the time. All right, let me just get there and come up. MOWG-V3 files, da 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 da. And so, oh, I got to refresh this. Okay. Because if that folder did not exist, it'll create it. And that's what I'm doing next, is pretending that we forgot to upload MOWG-V4 files. Delete. Yep. All right, great. So let me refresh again, and the image goes back away because I lost it. I just want to make the point about these broken image problems, okay? And so here we go. Some of you guys are getting your pages up, and they look like this. And you're saying, hey, man, it's all broken. What the heck? Well, that should be an instant giveaway that you forgot to upload the related whatever it is, MOWG-V3 files or MOWG-V4 files. Oh yeah, I didn't upload it, so there is no style.css on the website. Okay, I'm not talking about mine now. I'm talking about when you go to do this on your own website and you create all your pages. You change the FTP info, you create all your pages, and voila, it looks like this. And you're thinking, well, that's just bizarre. The answer is upload your MOWG-V4 files, right, to the root of that domain. So let's do that. I'm not going to upload a single file this time. I'm going to upload the whole folder. So I'm going to go to my C drive, MOWG-V4 files, right? Boom, the whole thing. I'm going to upload that. And where am I going to put it? Well, I'm not going to put it inside a MOWG-V4 files. That doesn't make sense. I'm going to have MOWG-V4 files slash MOWG-V4 files. So it would also be a broken link. It's just like dialing a wrong phone number. So get rid of that. Boom. You don't have to worry about the slashes, whether they're there or not. I take them out, but you can leave them in. It really won't make any difference at all. Now let's upload. Boom. And so it's going to go and upload that thing. And while it does, I can even see the page start to appear now. If I go to it, here it is, MOWG-samples.com. Okay, there we go. Now everything's working. Okay, because I uploaded my MOWG-V4 files and my MOWG, and it'll all appear here pretty soon and look right eventually, whatever. But exactly because I had this in my new website, and so it's all going to be in there anyway, so it doesn't matter. Okay, it'll get the rest of this stuff done here soon, whatever. All right, and I can clear cache, refresh a page, it'll look right. All right, so there you go. Now, real fast. For a top level domain, because I want to point this out too, people make this mistake all the time. They get really confused about domain name and FTP, and it should not be confusing. So let me try and break it down by showing you something else. Let me load a different one. V4 profiles. Let me load like this. Okay, here we go. For a top level domain, this would be a top level domain. The FTP connection goes right through the top level. Okay, and that's not what this is, because you see it doesn't match. It has a dash here. Let me take it out. Now, this is the website where I want all my stuff to go, and I'm going to put it in some kind of a project, whatever it is. Okay, now that's the website I want to go, and this should just look wrong to me. That should look wrong. That should make me a little nervous. Okay, there we go. Save. Now, if I was doing that, then where would the pages go? They would go into the FTP connection, the top level domain, and if you're using our recommended hosting option, right here, public_HTML. Okay, and then what does it have to be? It has to be blue flowers, because that's the point. The pages need to go into that blue flowers folder, which is this one, so that this works. Okay, and also, what else should look weird to you? If these are the same size, usually that would look weird to you. If this and this look the same, almost, this says HTTP, that says FTP, that usually should look completely wrong to you. The only reason it looks like that on the MOWG samples is I tried to make it easier so people didn't screw it up, right? On your website has a folder where all the pages are supposed to go, public_HTML most likely. And that equals, so that whole thing equals the regular front page of the website. In other words, the front page of the website is uploaded into this part that I have highlighted.